So once you have your model set up and you want to begin your shape keys, you'll find those in your properties panel in the object data properties near the bottom, the third to bottom tab. The first shape key that you create will be the basis, your kind of baseline shape key. Oh, and one thing I wanted to tell all you guys is when you begin adding your shape keys, turn off Dino Topo. I think that was actually giving me some errors. I think that is the reason. So if you haven't done so, go into your sculpt mode and turn off Dino Topo. I think this is actually something that can break the shape key animation. That wasn't a variation that I played with before. I usually just I turn off Dino Topo typically whenever I stop sculpting. I don't know why, that was just an intuitive thing. Maybe I got that from a tutorial somewhere, but try to remind yourself to do that. So it's getting these weird vertex explosions. So you have your basis form, and then you can create a second shape key with whatever you want to do. And after creating your shape key, I would just turn up the value to 100. So you're actually going to be able to preview it in your object mode. Once you have the new shape key made, if you want to do a smile or something, do that. You can double click or triple click to change the name. And once the value is set to 100, go into your sculpt mode or your edit mode for that matter and change your mesh. Oops. I like to use the grab tool. If you don't see any effect from sculpting, it's probably because your value is set to 0 for this key. And be thoughtful about how the forms in the face will react, how the eyes might pinch close when your character is smiling, the ears might go up and down, the kind of brow might descend a little bit or pinch up in its own way. And then once you're done with that, you can back out of sculpt mode to object mode, and when you take down the value of this, it should go back to basis, which is your default expression. So for most predictable results, when you're adding new shape keys, I would take down the values of your other shape keys to 0 before adding a new one, set to 100. Oops. And then going into edit, and then you should get predictable results. And I'd probably try to establish your shape keys. You could do eye blinks, stuff like that. Get all your shape keys laid out and then start animating with them. I think that's best for good results. Now I'll go for my basis here. You can click you can only animate the value of shape keys other than basis. So here I click on smile, I click this dot to the right at 0%, then I go down the line, click it again to add another keyframe, then I'll have them start smiling at frame 30. And it'll take 1 second to smile. It might be let's make it a quicker smile than that. And then later on, I can give a keyframe to the frown shape key and have him frown there. So now he's going to smile. I have his eye rotating in strange directions. Not great, but it's a start. Now what's the narrative? What's the internal monologue?